There's something deeply satisfying about turning a tiny patch of soil into a source of sweet, fresh strawberries, especially when you start with almost nothing. What if I told you that with just a few simple steps, a bit of patience and the right care, you could go from zero to harvesting baskets of juicy strawberries right at home? This isn't just gardening. It's a transformation you can taste. And today on Evergreen Patch, you're going to learn the exact process I used to grow more strawberries than I could even keep up with. If you've ever thought growing your own fruit was complicated or required a large farm, this will change your mind completely. Before we get into it, take a second to like this video. Share it with someone who loves gardening. Drop a comment about your experience with strawberries and subscribe to Evergreen Patch for more practical, no-nonsense growing guides. Now, let's get straight into how you can do this yourself from the ground up. The foundation of any successful strawberry garden starts with the soil. Strawberries thrive in well-drained, slightly acidic soil with a pH between 5.5 and 6.8. If your soil is too heavy or compact, the roots struggle to spread, and that limits growth and fruit production. The easiest way to fix this is by mixing in organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure. This not only improves drainage, but also enriches the soil with nutrients that strawberries love. If you're working in containers or recycled materials like bottles or baskets, make sure there are enough drainage holes, then fill them with a mix of garden soil, compost, and a bit of sand to keep it light and airy. Planting strawberries the right way makes a huge difference in how well they grow. Whether you're using runners or seedlings, spacing is key. Give each plant enough room so that air can circulate freely, which helps prevent disease later on. One common mistake is planting too deep. The crown of the plant, the point where the leaves meet the roots, should sit just above the soil surface. If it's buried, the plant can rot. If it's too exposed, it dries out. Once planted, press the soil gently around the roots to secure the plant without compacting it too much. Watering is where consistency beats everything else. Strawberries need steady moisture, especially during flowering and fruiting, but they don't like sitting in water. The goal is to keep the soil evenly moist, not soaked. Early morning watering works best because it gives the plants time to absorb moisture before the heat of the day and reduces the risk of fungal diseases. If you can, water at the base of the plant rather than overhead. Wet leaves can lead to problems, and keeping them dry is one of the simplest ways to maintain healthy plants. Feeding your strawberries properly is what turns healthy plants into heavy producers. After planting, a balanced fertilizer helps establish strong roots and foliage. As the plants begin to flower, switching to a fertilizer higher in potassium encourages better fruit development. Organic options like compost tea or well-decomposed manure work just as well and improve the soil over time. The key is not to overdo it. Too much fertilizer, especially nitrogen, can lead to lush green leaves but very few fruits, which, really defeats the whole purpose. Pest and disease control is something every gardener faces, but with strawberries, prevention goes a long way. Keeping your garden clean by removing dead leaves and fallen fruit reduces the chances of pests settling in. Mulching around the plants with straw or dry grass helps keep the fruit off the soil, preventing rot and discouraging insects. If pests like aphids show up, a simple solution of water and mild soap can help control them without harming the plant. Good spacing, proper watering, and clean surroundings do most of the work before problems even begin. As your plants mature, you'll start to see flowers turning into small green berries, and this is where patience pays off. Strawberries don't ripen after picking, so timing your harvest is important. Wait until the fruits are fully red, firm and fragrant before picking. Gently twist or cut the stem to avoid damaging the plant. Regular harvesting encourages the plant to produce even more fruit, so don't leave ripe strawberries sitting too long. The more you pick, the more the plant gives back. One of the most rewarding parts of growing strawberries is how quickly they multiply. Through runners, a single plant can turn into many over time. If you manage these runners properly, you can expand your garden without spending extra money. You can either let them root and grow into new plants, or trim them to focus the plant's energy on fruit production, depending on your goal. By the time you reach your first full harvest, you'll understand why so many gardeners fall in love with strawberries. What started as a small, simple setup can turn into an abundant supply of fresh fruit that tastes far better than anything from the store. And the best part is knowing you grew it yourself, step by step. If you found this guide helpful and want more practical gardening tips like this, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Patch, share this video with fellow growers, and leave a comment about what you're planting next.